Hello, it is I, Dr. Cinema. If you're watching this on Halloween Day, good for you. I'm actually recording this and uploading this on October 30th because I'm going to do a different video for Halloween and because I figured I already did the rankings of the Elm Street movies and the Friday the 13th movies, might as well just do the ranking for the Halloween movies right now. So, it's almost Halloween, favorite time of the year, but more on that tomorrow. Today, let's just look at the ranking of the Halloween movies. Now, for the way I'm ranking these movies, there are 11 installments. This includes the two Rob Zombie movies and the two different versions of Halloween 6. Yeah, that's right, there are two different versions, a theatrical cut and a producer's cut. But we'll get to those when we get to those. Let's begin with our ranking. And I know we all know which one is number one, but stay with me, okay? At number 11, the very bottom, we have the 2009 sequel remake by Rob Zombie. I did a play-by-play review on this movie already, so go check that out for more specifics. But this is just so goddamn confusing and weird. Doesn't even feel like a Halloween movie. At least the first Rob Zombie movie actually knew what a Halloween movie was and tried to do something like that. But this is just fucking stupid. What, you made Michael talk? You had a white horse? Fucking stupid. Anyway, check out my play-by-play review for more detail. At number 10 is the 2007 Rob Zombie remake. Again, I did a play-by-play review of this already, so check that out when you're done with this for more detail. But I just don't like this. I mean, I understand Rob Zombie does a certain type of horror film, shock exploitation or shock exploitation horror films, but that is not what's needed in this movie, and it's got too many Rob Zombie tropes. I'm just like, God damn it. But that's how I feel about it. Alright, now we have number 9. The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween 6, the theatrical version. Now, at the time when Halloween 6 came around, I think there was some sort of bidding war for the rights to the Halloween franchise. So that's why there's like two different cuts. But the theatrical cut is just so lazy and choppy on the editing. They do several choices and decisions in the movie that just don't make sense. It's confusing. It introduces the supernatural, which isn't bad in itself, but the way they do it just really bizarre. It's just so weird. Oh my! But at least it had Donald Pleasence as Dr. Loomis. All right, that was number 9. Now let's go on to number 8. Halloween Resurrection. This is the sequel to the reboot Halloween H2O, which takes place after the first two Halloween movies. And so Halloween Resurrection follows the offense of H2O and begins by killing off Laurie Strode, basically in the beginning. So now the rest of the time he's killing people in a reality show that's at his house. And Busta Rhymes is in it. I will say this. There's just something stupidly entertaining about Busta Rhymes going up against Michael Myers and not dying. Trick or treat, motherfucker! That's an actual line from the movie, from Busta Rhymes to Michael. It's stupidly entertaining, I'll give it that. Alright, number 7. Halloween H2O, 20 years later. This is a reboot of the franchise after the 6th film came out and didn't really do so well, and it takes place after Halloween 1 and 2. And it's fine. I mean, I wish there was actually more like fighting between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers instead of like the last 5-10 minutes. And I think LL Cool J is in this movie as a cop, and weirdly enough, I think he doesn't die as well. So how come Redman gets killed off in a Chucky sequel, but LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes survive? That's odd, but it's fine. It's definitely better than The Curse of Michael Myers, the theatrical version, and the Rob Zombie movies. So check that one out. All right, and at number 6, we have Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. My biggest criticism of this movie is that at the end of Halloween 4, it was saying up for Michael Myers' niece, Jamie, to be the new, Halloween evil obsessed killer, which was actually kind of entertaining of an idea. And the way they ended that 4th movie set up fairly well, all things considered. But the 5th movie completely went back on that, decided we need to have Michael Myers, and just, come on, guys, you could have changed things up. I mean, come on. But it's really not the worst. So, take it as you will. Alright, number 5. The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween 6, the producer's cut. Now, like I said with Halloween 6, there was so many conflict and confusion that there ended up being 2 different versions, and the producer's cut actually feels like a movie. Like, the editing is so much better. The decisions and focus points that they make in the movie are so much better. They actually make sense, and it's actually fairly decent. Even the harshest critics of Halloween 6 said that the producer's cut is actually a movie as opposed to the theatrical cut. Now you're probably wondering what was the final straw in making 2 versions. Well, they showed the producer's cut to a test audience of 14-year-old boys, and they didn't like it. I'm not kidding. That actually happened. Why were you even showing it to 14-year-old boys? Wasn't this R-rated? This should be shown to 17-year-olds. Plus, they're 14-year-old boys. They're stupid. Well, Halloween 6 had a very different script when it first started out, and it was actually by a guy who worked on either the first Halloween or the Halloween 2 or one of the good ones. And neither version was actually the script he wrote, but of the 2, he preferred the producer's cut. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. 14-year-old boys, really? Really? Whatever. It's done. Alright, number 4. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Now, this takes place several years after the events of Halloween 2, and this is when Laurie Strode was killed in between the 2 films, but her niece was left with a foster family, and Halloween comes, and Michael Myers comes back, and he wants to kill his niece. And like I said, the ending of this movie is actually, all things considered, actually fairly well done, and it was actually pretty interesting, like a way to be different, but still stick to like same similar premise. But like I said, with Halloween 5, decided they needed Michael Myers. But this is actually not that bad. Alright, number 3. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Now I know this is the only Halloween film that does not have Michael Myers. John Carpenter wanted to take the series in a different direction by making a series of anthology movies set during Halloween that don't really interact anyway. So this was Season of the Witch, and many people criticized it because there was no Michael Myers. But considering the sequels that came out that had Michael Myers, I would have preferred the anthology route, to be honest. And this 3rd film actually feels like a really fun Halloween movie. It's just super fun, and who can forget that famous chime? Silver Shamrock. It's actually pretty good. Now, number 2 of the franchise, Halloween 2. Now, I feel like this doesn't get a lot of love, but this is actually a pretty solid sequel. I mean, it's faster paced and it's set at the same night as the first movie, just in a hospital. And it's actually pretty good, pretty entertaining, suspenseful, and it even has an explosion at the end. It's actually really fun and really well done. And of course, number 1, the original Halloween movie, 1978. I really can't say anything about it that hasn't been said before. It's a classic that has forever changed the landscape of horror from 1978 throughout the entire 80s. And I honestly can't say much more than that, otherwise, I'll just be repeating stuff people have already said about it before. And that's my ranking of the Halloween movies. What do you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll be back, of course, on Halloween to do another video. But until then, it's Thriller!